Welcome to Numbers World. Today we are going to solve past papers of ICATS Mathematics Contest of year 2023 for grade 9 and 10. Question number 1. Last season, Dayton Theatre sold 1,360 tickets to Shakespearean plays. This season, it sold 1,564 tickets to Shakespearean plays. What is the percent of increase in Shakespeare tickets sales per season? So first of all, we will calculate the increase in the number of the sold tickets this season as compared to the number of the sold ticket in the last season. To do that, we will subtract the numbers, which is equal to 204. Now, as we have to calculate the percentage increase, so we will do it with respect to the original or first value, that is 1360. So we will divide 204 by 1360 and multiply the fraction with 100, which is equal to 15%. So option D is the correct option here. There is 15% increase in Shakespeare ticket sales per season. Question number 2. For a science fair project, Jenna is trying to estimate the population of armadillidae, bugs more commonly known as roly-polies, on her parents' property. Jenna traps 170 roly-polies, marks them, and releases them. She then replaces the traps and ends up catching 900 roly-polies, 45 of which are marked. To the nearest whole number, what is the best estimate for the roly-poly population? Here we will use mark and recapture method. So n is equal to estimated population, m is equal to number of individuals initially marked and released, that is equal to 170. R is equal to number of caught roly-polies in second sampling, which is 900 here, and C is equal to number of recaptured roly-polies that are marked, which is 45. Now we will use the formula of mark and recaptured method, that is n is equal to m multiplied by r divided by c. After putting the values in the equation and solving the equation, we get 3400. So option C is the correct option here. There, the population of the roly-polies is 3400 on Jenna's parents' property. Question number 3. Fatima drew a scale drawing of a swimming pool. The scale of the drawing was 4 millimeters ratio 3 meters. The pool is 24 meters long in real life. How long is the pool in the drawing? So it is given in the question that 3 meters is equal to 4 millimeters on scale. So 1 meter is equal to 4 by 3 millimeters, and 24 meters is equal to 4 by 3 multiplied by 24. After solving it, we get 32 millimeters. So option C is the correct option here. Question number 4. Amna recently emptied her coin jar and counted the coins as shown in the following bar graph. What percent of the coins were copper coins? So first of all, we will find out the total number of coins by adding all types of coins, which is equal to 200. Now we can see that there are 50 copper coins. So to calculate the percentage of copper coins, we will divide 50 by 200 and multiply the fraction by 100, which is equal to 25%. So option A is the correct option here. There are 25% of copper coins in the jar. Question number 5. Musfira follows the same workout cycle each time she goes to the gym. First, she runs for 1 by 3 of an hour, then she lifts weights for 1 by 6 of an hour. If Musfira has one whole 1 by 2 hours to spend at the gym, how many times can she go through her workout cycle? So here she has 1.5 hours in total, and the time which she spent for running and weightlifting is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6, which is equal to 3 by 6. And if we simplify it, we get 1 by 2, and that can be written as 0.5 hours. Now, number of times she can go through her workout cycle is equal to 1.5 divided by 0.5 hours. That is equal to 3. So option A is the correct option. She can go through her workout cycle 3 times in 1.5 hours. Question number 6. You are buying a Honda Civic car. You are offered one of the following discount options. Which will you select? So we will look at our option A and B. The first option is 150% off rupees 60,000. So 150% can be written as 1.5. We will multiply it by 60,000. The answer is 90,000. And option B is 180% of 50,000, which is equal to 90,000 again. So option C is the correct option. Both option A and B are equal. So any one of them can be chosen. Question number 7. Fatima would like to buy a wooden toy chest with an original price of $227.74. Which coupon should she use? So here the first coupon is showing 70% off of the total amount. We can write 70% as 0.7 and multiply it by $227.74. That is equal to $159.42. Now the second coupon is showing $150 off of the total amount. So of course she should use first coupon because first coupon is providing more discount as compared to the second coupon. So option A is the correct option here, 70% off. Question number 8. At the start of the softball season, the P players on the Hammer and Homer softball team each ordered white uniforms. A white jersey cost $18 and a white hat cost $7. Later in the season, the player decided to switch to a blue uniform with a special logo instead. So each player paid $20 for a blue jersey and $10 for a blue hat. Pick the expression that represents the total cost of the team's uniforms. So if we look at all our options, the dollar signs are changed with the P signs. So the cost of the white uniform is equal to 18p plus 7p, and the cost of the blue uniform is 20p plus 10p. So the equation of the total cost will be 18p plus 7p plus 20p plus 10p. So option A is our correct option here. Question number 9. The members of a school club are selling tickets for a fundraiser. The goal for the fundraiser is to earn $50 each day from ticket sales. The list below shows the percent of goal reached each day. On the first day, the members earned 90% of their daily goal. On the second day, the members earned 6% more than their daily goal. On the third day, the members earned 14% less than their daily goal. How much money in dollars did the members earn from ticket sales on all 3 days? On the first day, the members earned 90% of their daily goal. 90% can be written as 0.9. We will multiply it by 50, which is equal to $45. On the second day, the members earned 6% more than their daily goal. So if their goal is 100%, 6% more than 100 is 106. That can be written as 1.06, and we will multiply it by 50, which is equal to $53. On the third day, the members earned 14% less than their daily goal. So 14% less than 100 is 86%, which can be written as 0.86, and if we multiply it by 50, we get $43. After adding all the values, we get $141. So option B is the correct option here. They earned $141 after selling the tickets for 3 days. Question number 10. The store where Ali works is having a sale on wooden spoons and spatulas. When his shift started, there were twice as many spatulas as spoons. During his shift, the store sold 32 spatulas and 13 spoons. At the end of Ali's shift, the store had the same number of each item. How many spoons did the store have at the beginning of Ali's shift? So let the number of spatulas is equal to X and the number of spoons is equal to Y. It is given in the question that there were twice as many spatulas as spoons, so we can write X is equal to 2Y. Here, at the end of the day, the store had the same number of each item after selling 32 spatulas and 13 spoons. So we can write an equation like this. X minus 32 is equal to Y minus 13. And we can put the value of X in the equation. So now our new equation will be 2y minus 32 is equal to y minus 13. We will solve it to get the value of y, that is equal to 19. So there were 19 spoons in the store at the beginning of Ali's shift. Question number 11, look at the shape. Which image shows the reflection? The reflection is basically a mirror image of any shape, and reflection of the given shape is represented in option C. Because in a reflection, it will be rotated about y-axis, and top left corner will become top right corner, and bottom left corner will become bottom right corner. So option C is the correct representation of the reflection of the given shape. Question number 12, if you look at this object from the side, what will you see? So if we are standing at this position, we can clearly see that there are 3 rows and 4 columns in this side of the block. So if we will look at from this side, a 3 by 4 grid will be visible to us, which is represented in option A. So that is the correct option. Question number 13, Tina wants to fill her water bottle between classes, but the water fountain next to her classroom is frustratingly slow. The graph shows the proportional relationship between the amount of water in ounces Tina puts in her water bottle and how long in seconds it takes to get that amount. What does the point B represent? So it is quite clear from the graph that 5 ounces corresponds to 15 seconds. So it means that to get 5 ounces of water in her bottle, it takes Tina to wait 15 seconds. So option C is the correct option. Question number 14, Ali goes biking every morning. The farther he bikes, the more calories he burns during the bike ride. D is equal to the distance Ali bikes and C is equal to the number of calories Ali burns during the bike ride. Which of the variables is independent and which is dependent? So here, as number of calories C burn dependent upon distance D covered, so D is independent and C is a dependent variable. Option A is the correct option here. Question number 15, David runs the music streaming service Absolute Audio. Since upgrading his app last year, David has steadily gained subscribers. The situation can be modeled as a linear relationship. What does the slope of the line tell you about the situation? So if we look at the graph, initially when he did not upgraded the app, he had 150 subscribers already. After 3 months, he got 250 subscribers, which is 100 more than 150. And after 6 months, the number is 350, which is 100 more than 250. Then after 9 months, he got 450 subscribers, which is 100 more than 350. So option B is the correct option here. David gained 100 subscribers every 3 months. Option A is David had 300 subscribers. Question number 16, Ali is twice as good workman as Basit and together they finish a piece of work in 18 days. In how many days will Ali alone finish the work? It is given in the question that Ali is twice as good as Basit, so we can write A is equal to 2B, which is our equation 1. Both of them finish a piece of work in 18 days. We will see that how much work can be done by both of them in one day, which is A plus B is equal to 1 by 18. Now we will put the value of A in the equation to get the value of B. After solving it, we get the value of B, that is 1 by 54. Now we have to find out that how much work can be done by Ali alone in one day. To do that, we will use our equation 1 and put the value of B into it. That is equal to 1 by 27. It means that Ali completes 1 by 27 of a task in one day. So he will complete the whole task in 27 days. So option A is the correct option here. Question number 17. A certain magazine has 14 sports pages and 10 movie pages out of a total of 140 pages. How many sports pages will have to be changed into a movie pages in the magazine if the editor wishes to reduce the number of sports pages so that the ratio of sports pages to movie pages is 5:15? So the existing ratio of sports to movie is 14:10 and the ratio total is equal to 24. The required ratio is 5:15, that can be written as 1:3 and the new ratio total is 4. To calculate the new number of pages of sports, we will write 1 by 4 because its ratio is 1 out of 4 and multiply the fraction by 24, that is equal to 6. And the new number of pages for movie is equal to 18. Now we will see that how many sports pages will be turned into movie pages. The equation is 14, that is the original sports pages minus x is equal to 6. 6 is the new number of sports pages. After solving it, we get 8. So option B is the correct option here. 8 sports pages will be changed into movie pages. Question number 18. The Wholesome Bakery baked 4 loaves of bread on Wednesday, 8 loaves of bread on Thursday, 16 loaves of bread on Friday, 32 loaves of bread on Saturday, and 64 loaves of bread on Sunday. If this pattern continues, how many loaves of bread will they bake on Monday? So if we look at the pattern carefully, it's 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and so on. Every day the number of loaves are doubled, and the double of 64 is 128. So the number of loaves of bread they will make on Monday is 128. So option B is the correct option here. Question number 19. Tabassum reaches her office 15 minutes early by traveling at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour and reaches 1 minute early by traveling at the speed of 25 kilometers per hour. By how much time will she be early or late if she travels at 20 kilometers per hour? So speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, and time is equal to distance divided by speed. Here V1 is our first speed, that is 30 kilometers per hour, and V2 is our second speed, that is 25 kilometers per hour. T1 is equal to T, that is the actual time she should be in the office, minus 15 by 60 because she reaches to office 15 minutes earlier and we are calculating it in hours, so that's why we have divided by 60. Similarly, T2 is equal to T minus 1 by 60. Here D1 is equal to V1 T1 and D2 is equal to V2 T2. So if she is traveling at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour or 25 kilometers per hour, the distance from her home to her office is same. So we can say that D1 is equal to D2. So V1 T1 is equal to V2 T2. Here we will put the values of V1, V2, T1 and T2 in the equation and solve it to get the value of T. That is equal to 1.42 hours. So this is the exact time that she should be in the office. Now let's calculate the value of the distance. Here we can use this equation that D1 is equal to V1 T1. Here we will put the value of V1, that is 30, and the value of T1. Now we have the value of T as well, that is 1.42. After solving it, the distance is equal to 35.1 kilometers. Let's see that at which time she will be in the office if she travels at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So time is equal to distance by speed. The distance is 35.1 kilometers and speed is 20 now, which is equal to 1.755 hours. This number is greater than 1.42 hours, so it means that she will be late. So let's find out the difference. That is 0.335 hours. We will multiply it by 60 to convert it into minutes, which is approximately equals to 20 minutes. So option D is the correct option here. If she travels at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour, the Tabassum will be 20 minutes late. Question number 20. A boat covers 28 kilometers upstream and 48 kilometers downstream in 4 hours. Also, it covers 20 kilometers upstream and 64 kilometers downstream in the same time. Then the speed of the boat in still water is dash kilometers per hour. So here speed is equal to distance by time and time is equal to distance by speed. Let speed of the boat in still water is x kilometers per hour and speed of the water is y kilometers per hour. The boat speed in upstream is equal to x minus y because when the boat is going upwards, the speed of the water is against it. So we will subtract it out of the speed of the boat. and the speed of the boat in downstream is equal to x plus y, because the speed of the water will be added into the speed of the boat if the boat is traveling downwards. So the speed of the boat will be increased. Now we can see that it is written that a boat covers 28 kilometers upstream and 48 kilometers downstream in 4 hours. So we can write that T1 plus T2 is equal to 4, and the formula of the time is distance by speed. Here T1 is 28 by x minus y, which is the distance and the speed if the boat is going upstream. And 48 by x plus y is the distance and the speed if the boat is going downstream. That is equal to 4. We will take LCM and solve it. So we have our first equation. Now we will use the second piece of information given in the question, that the boat covers 20 kilometers upstream and 64 kilometers downstream in the same time. So here we will form another equation, that is 20 by x minus y, which is the speed of the boat if it is going upstream, and 64 by x plus 4, which is the distance and speed if the boat is going downstream. That is equal to 4. After taking LCM and solving it, we get our second equation. Here we'll use our equation 1 and 2 to get the value of y, that is 3 by x. Now we will put this value of y in our equation number 1 to get the value of x, that is 19.50 kilometers per hour. So option C is the correct option here. The speed of the boat in still water is 19.50 kilometers per hour. Find the 45th term of the arithmetic sequence -9, -2, 5, 12, and so on. So here our first term is -9, so A1 is equal to -9. As we are interested in 45th term, so N is 45. Now we will calculate the difference between the two terms of the sequence, that is 7. And now we have to calculate the 45th term. To do that, we will use the formula of the nth term and put all our values in the equation. After solving it, we get 299. So it means the 45th term of the given sequence is 299. So option A is the correct option here. Question number 22. Ahmed travels 60 miles per hour going to a neighboring city and 50 miles per hour coming back using the same route. He drove a total of 5 hours away and back. What is the distance from Ahmed's house to the city he visited? Round your answer to the nearest mile. The speed is equal to distance by time, and time is equal to distance by speed. The total time he traveled is T1 plus T2 is equal to 5, which is our equation 1. So when he was going to the neighboring city, he was traveling at the speed of 60 miles per hour. So our T1 is equal to D by 60, and when he was coming back, he was traveling at the speed of 50 miles per hour. So T2 is equal to D by 50. Now we will use our equation 1. He drove for 5 hours, that's why T1 plus T2 is equal to 5. Here we will put the values of T1 and T2 and solve it to get the value of distance D, which is approximately equals to 136. So option C is the correct option here. The distance from Ahmed's house to the city he visited is 136 miles. Question number 23. The number of weeds in your garden began at 4. They grow at the rate of 15% a day. How many weeds will there be after a week? So initially there were 4 weeds in the garden. The growth rate is 15% per day. That can be written as 0.15. Now we will find out the total amount of the weeds by using the formula, that is principal amount into 1 plus rate raised to power time. So the principal amount is 4, the rate is 0.15, and the time is a week. So we can write 7 at the place of t. After solving it, we get 11 weeds. So we may say that there will be 11 weeds after a week. So option C is the correct option here. Question number 24. Jacob is a punter for his school's football team. During practice, he has the ball in his hand, ready to punt. He drops the ball and then kicks it before it hits the ground. The ball flies through the air and lands farther down the field. Which graph could show the height of the football above the ground over time? So Jacob kicks before it hits the ground. The ball flies like a projectile. It goes up and then comes down and hits the ground. So out of all our options, option A is the correct representation of the height of the football above the ground over time. Question number 25. The workload has to be shared out between three workers A, B, and C in the ratio 2, ratio 6, ratio 3 respectively. If the work consists of 1100 units, how many units will each of the workers have to do? Let's calculate the ratio total first, that is 11 here. So for worker A, we will divide the ratio of the worker A, that is 2, by the ratio total, which is 11 here, and multiply the fraction by the total number of units, which is 1100. After solving the equation, we get 200. So it means worker A will work for 200 units. To calculate the workload of worker B, we will divide the ratio of worker B, that is 6, by the ratio total, which is 11 here, and multiply it by 1100. That will make 600. So worker B will work for 600 units. Similarly, worker C will work for 300 units. So option C is the correct representation of the workload of worker A, B, and C. So option C is the correct option here. Question number 26. A ferry crossing was set up between Boston and the Cape. The cost of the ferry was $720,000. Each passenger who took the ferry had to pay $4.5. There are approximately 2,300 passengers that take the ferry every day. How many days will the ferry have to run before it makes a profit of at least $300,000? The target profit is $300,000. So the targeted earning should be $720,000 plus $300,000, that is equal to $1,020,000. Now we will calculate the earning in one day. As there are approximately 2,300 passengers and each of them will pay $4.5, so the total amount that can be earned in one day is $10,350. Now we will see that in how many days we can earn the target earning. To do that, we will divide 1,020,000 by 10,350, which is equal to 98.55 days. That is approximately 99 days. So option B is the correct option here. Question number 27. Shape R is a rectangle. A smaller rectangle is cut from R to make shape L. Which one statement is true? So for rectangle R, let the width is equal to x and length is equal to y. We know the formula of the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 into x plus y. Now we cut out a rectangle of length A and width B. So we are left with the shape L. To calculate the perimeter of this new shape L, we can add the lengths of all the sides. So the length of this side is equal to y, which is just like shape R, and the width is x. The length of this side is equal to the length of the rectangle, which is A, and the length of this side is equal to the width of the rectangle, which is B. So now we can find out the length of the other two sides as well. The length of this side can be calculated by subtracting A out of y. So we have y minus A here. And the length of this side will be calculated by subtracting b out of x. So we have x minus b here. Now the lengths of all the sides are present, so we can add them up to calculate the perimeter. After cancelling a's and b's, we are left with 2x plus 2y. And if we take 2 common out of it, we have 2 into x plus y. So the perimeter of shape L is equal to the perimeter of shape R. So both are same. So option B is the correct option here. The perimeter of R is the same as the perimeter of L. Question number 28. At 11 a.m., John started driving along a highway at constant speed of 50 miles per hour. A quarter of an hour later, Jimmy started driving along the same highway in the same direction as John at the constant speed of 65 miles per hour. At what time will Jimmy catch up with John? So the speed is equal to distance by time and distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Let distance covered by John be d1 and for Jimmy d2. As John is traveling at the speed of 50 miles per hour, so d1 is equal to 50t, and Jimmy is traveling at the speed of 65 miles per hour, so d2 is equal to 65t. So John's distance that he covered in first 15 minutes can be calculated by using the formula of distance, that is equal to speed multiplied by time. So speed is 50 and time is 15 by 60. As we are going to find it out in hours, so that's why we have divided by 60. So which is equal to 25 by 2 miles. So John traveled 25 by 2 miles in first 15 minutes. After these 15 minutes, both take time t till they meet. So we can write an equation like this, that d1 plus 25 by 2, which is the distance that John traveled in first 15 minutes, that is equal to d2. Because after these 15 minutes, John and Jimmy both traveled the same distance. So we will use our equation 1 and put the values of d1 and d2 to find out the value of time t, that is 5 by 6 hours, and we will multiply it by 60 to convert it into minutes, which is 50 minutes. Both meet after 50 plus 15, that is the time which John traveled in the starting. The total is 65 minutes. So as they started the journey at 11 a.m., so 11 plus 65 minutes is equal to 12:05 p.m., which is our option B. Question number 29. Using the path shown, how long is the shortest route from Oak Grove to Norwood? The shortest route is from Oak Grove to Middletown to Windale to Norwood. So the distance that will be covered using this route is 33.31 kilometers, which is our option C. If we choose the other route from Oak Grove to Middletown to Windale to Oakdale and to Norwood, the total distance that will be covered is 34.46 kilometers, which is more than 33.31 kilometers. So option C is the correct option here. Question number 30. David is 2 years older than 3 times of Lucy's age. If Lucy is m years old, how would you calculate David's age? So let's age of Lucy is m years and 3 times Lucy's age is 3m. So David's age is 3 times the Lucy's age plus 2 years. So that will be written as 3m plus 2. So option A is the correct option here. I hope you like my video, so don't forget to like and comment on it and subscribe my channel.